Hi, thank you for choosing to watch another video. This is a makeup tutorial, and I came across this palette. This palette from Stila. It is called A Whole Lot of Love gift set. So you get 20 eyeshadows, 4 blushes, and 1 mini mascara. You get colors that are good transition colors, nice poppy colors to add some brightness to a look. You get colors that are darker to define a look. You even get some highlight colors in here. So for me, I was very much intrigued by the palette, hence is why it is here today and we're doing a tutorial with it. This is the look I came up with. The blue shades just really stuck out to me. I have not done a blue eye in so long. So if you're interested to see this look and to learn a little bit more about that Stila Whole Lot of Love gift set, definitely keep watching. All right, here we go. Into the palette we go. So I'm going to take, this is called Warm Taupe. It's just a kind of soft brown color. So that is called Rose. See if you can see it, this one here. Same small tapered blending brush, and I'm just going to lightly apply this at the top of my crease. And when I'm applying this color, I am leaving my eyes open just because I want to make sure that it's like right at the top of my crease. Dark plum shade here. It's called Eggplant. Well, Eggplant shade. This is called Eggplant. And I think I'm actually going to take a little bit of this on my brush as well, which is a shimmery purple color. This color is called Deep Plum. So I'm going to just actually take both of those, mix them together. So you may notice that my eyebrows are filled in. That's because my camera died. And while I was waiting to charge my battery, I decided to be proactive. So I just went ahead and I filled in my brow. Yes, we were defining the crease a little bit. So I took the plum color and the eggplant color, kind of mixed them together. One is shimmer, one is matte. And then I placed it outer part of the brush. I'm sorry, the outer part of my eye. And just slightly blended it back and forth in waving motions. I like to drag it along my lash line, and what this does is create the illusion of a more defined eye. You kind of change the shape of the eye a bit when using a darker color in the outermost part of the eye to create more definition. And when I know that there isn't as much color on the brush and most of it is on the eye, I'll take the brush and instead of going in waving motions, I'll begin to go in circular motions. I'm going to tap on. Ooh, this is nice. So I'm gonna tap into that denim again. I didn't take that much because I wanted to see how pigmented it is, and you all, it's quite pigmented. So I'm just gonna go and place more all over the lid. And I'm not putting it in my crease, but I'm blending it up to my crease. So I said I was only going to be using that palette, but after looking a little bit closer, the purple I put in is a little too dark for me. I really want that purple to shine through more. To go in with my Morphe 35N palette, and I will be taking this purple right here in the palette, which is just, I feel like, a really true purple color. I'm going to take that same brush that we used to apply the dark purple, and I'm lightly going to be blending out the top of the blue with that dark purple and then the bottom of where that pink starts. Oh yeah, so this is a lot better. This is what I was looking for. Just, I wanted depth in the corner and on the top of my crease, but I also really wanted it to be very purple so that it'll be a nice gradient from the blue to the purple to the pink. You guys get it. You get it. Okay, so I'm going to take this makeup remover wipe and I'm going to wipe the fallout. If you see, it's really dark underneath my eyes, and that is because there is a ton of fallout. Let's see, like, do you see that? So I will say the pigmentation of these shadows, great. Really like it. I will say there is an issue with fallout, but I mean, it's eyeshadow, so I'm not going crazy because there's fallout. It's, you know, what I like to do is just kind of drag that up just in case we get a little bit messy on the outer part of the eye. This cleans it up a little bit. Really liking this blue. It's been forever since I've done a blue eye, and I'm feeling this. I'm really feeling this. All right, so let's move on to the face. My skin is already moisturized, and I'm going to be using this Pore Vanisher from L'Oreal, and then just place it on the face. So I don't know if you can tell, but it kind of mattified my face just a little bit. Just a little bit. I didn't want to use a lot of that product because I am using a foundation that is somewhat matte. So for foundation, I will be using my YSL foundation. This is the Le Tint Incredible de Pierre. I don't know if I'm saying it right. I'm not French. It's the Fusion Ink foundation. I like this foundation a lot. I will let you know, this foundation, this is B70 Mocha. That's the shade I'm in. I think, I'm not sure that this is the darkest shade they have, which doesn't say much because, I mean, you know, I feel like they can do a little bit better if this is the darkest shade that they have. However, I love using this time of year in the winter when my skin has not seen any type of sun.
I should give you credit, waiting out the phone. I miss you, but this time I know the feeling. You want me and I'm happy to be waiting. When the letters know nowhere to be found.
So to highlight my face, it's to create dimensions to the face. You can just put on foundation, leave it like this, and a little bit of blush. That's not a problem. It will still look good. But when you use a lighter color and a darker color to highlight and contour, it brings out certain features. It kind of defines your face in a better way. So lighter colors will obviously draw attention, and when the light hits it, it's going to bring forth more. Darker colors will kind of hide and shade certain areas of the face. I will be going in with my Becca Radiant Skin Creamy Concealer. This is in the shade Toffee. And I'm going to use my beauty blender to blend that out. I like to drag it down along the side of my nose, and I also like to drag it up towards my ear. So right just on the tip of my nose and at the top of my brows a little bit, and then right underneath my nose. So I'm going to be setting my under eye and using the baking technique. Baking is just applying more powder than usual and let it sit on your face, the baking process, so that it absorbs into the concealer or foundation you've put down, and then you wipe it away. So to do that, I will be using this Sasha Buttercup setting powder. I'm going to place it underneath my eyes. I'm just going in like patting. It's a lot of powder. It's going to look a little bit dramatic and drastic when you first see it, but it's a nice technique. And I'm going to place some on my nose as well because we did put that lighter concealer there, and then also above my lip, underneath the nose, and a bit on the chin. I will be using another Sasha product to contour my face with, and this is Sasha Blush. It is in Matte Me Brown. Here to contour, I like starting at the right at the beginning of my ear and then lightly dragging that color downwards. So right at the top of the ear, this is where I want the majority of the color. This is what helps me help it to look more like a shadow on the face. So now we want to go in and dust away all of that powder. So underneath the eyes, I was thinking of doing blue or even a purple, just to kind of tie this upward look to my lower lash line, but I'm just gonna basic it out, be a little basic, and do black liner underneath my lash line. So on the outer edge, I'm being a little bit messy, not really being as precise. And then when I get closer to the inner corner, I'm trying to tighten it up a little bit on that line. Blush, I'll be going right back and using this palette. I'm going to take this color here. And if sometimes things get a little bit too dramatic, your contour or your blush, and you want to diffuse it a bit, you can go in with a duo fiber brush, which is a brush like this or this to kind of blend it out, or you can just go right back in with that fluffy brush that you used to set. And that's what I'm going to do. The blush is nice. I feel like for that blush, which is a bit lighter, I would need a lot more of it to kind of get the payoff that I'm looking for. So I'm going to line my lips with this really dark plum lip liner. This is called Indigo. Over top of that, I will be going with this matte flat finish pigment gloss by LA Girl. So I do not think I've used this before. I haven't used this before, but I saw it, thought it was pretty, got a couple colors, decided to just try it out. Okay. I should give you credit, waiting out the phone. I miss you, but this time I know the feeling. You know me, and I'm happy to be waiting. This here is the finished look. When the light is out, nowhere to be found. I'll just lock the door and go for a closer run. I do like it. As far as the Stila palette goes, I like it a lot. I feel like the colors have really good pigmentation. It would be great if I can do another tutorial on here just to kind of play around with some other colors, see how those work out as well. And as always, thank you, and let your style be a reflection of your spirit. Remember the day we